Hi everyone, I'm Hilary. I want to jump on here and give you a quick intro to what we're doing in this video. I know my backdrop's wrinkled, but I didn't have all the time in the world and I wanted you to be able to have this. So I think right now, one of the best things you can do for your client to freshen their look is to change their nail shape. So I'm gonna sculpt for you 4 different shapes and walk you through it. So stick with me, let's see if this helps. Let me know what you guys think and subscribe, of course. I love having you here. We are gonna start with a square nail. The reason I'm starting with this is because I have seen a ton of flared square nails all over. And if that is your client's jam, I totally get it. But the way to kind of freshen them up, if they'll let you, is to bring their edges out straight from their nail beds like I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna pull it in with the body of my brush so it's coming out straight instead of flared. Now, when I'm pushing the acrylic up here in the corner, the reason I'm doing that is often square nails will have some breaks. And part of the reason I'm finding, as I talk to other nail techs and do more training and education, is we are making their corners too thin. So when you look down the barrel of your nail, I want you to imagine seeing a bent rectangle versus a crescent moon. If you're seeing a crescent moon, it's too thin. Okay, now the next shape is a fun way to kind of switch your square wearing clients to a new look. I'm going to do it in one ball, so I'm tipping the nail down to let gravity help me. And I'm using Young Nails blush acrylic. It's a cover powder, but it has a little sparkle in there and it's really fun. But the great thing about this is it has a slower setting time, so it gives you a little more time to play with this fashion shaping as you're learning, and that way you can kind of perfect what you're liking. Okay, now we call this a coffin nail. Some people call it like a ballerina nail. Others even just a tapered square. The whole point is to take that free edge and bring it in more narrow. So instead of straight out from the nail bed, it's gonna, right at the free edge, taper inward. And it creates an elongated look that's quite feminine on most women. And as you push it in with the body of your brush, I'm using a Pana size 10, by the way, you can kind of see that shape take place. Now, you can do this with a shorter nail. It just gives you more of an extreme angle right there as I'm pressing it in. And it's kind of personal preference at that point. So you can see from above how it's a little more narrow. Super fun look. Tucking it in just to make sure I've got it nice and clean and all my edges are covered here. Okay, and if your client's afraid of it, just ask them if you can taper it just a tiny bit and go from there. It seems to be a very popular shape these days. You've probably seen it everywhere. It's a Kylie Jenner look. It's a Khloe Kardashian look. Okay, all the Kardashian girls kind of love it. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to show you an almond nail. The difference here is that we aren't going to have corners. This is life-changing for your clients who've always worn square, who break their nails no matter what, because you're taking away those 2 corners and you're just giving them a little bit of a point. This is actually one of the most durable nails, and a lot of people don't realize it. So I'm kind of just tucking it into a soft shape, and as you pat out your acrylic, because this one gives you a little bit of extra working time, I'm not super worried about my free edge yet until I get my cuticle set. Okay, now there is a small trick to this. If your client likes their nails shorter, you're gonna have to round out your almond more than point it. The reason for that is you almost give them a look of a house on their nail. You know when we were kids and we would draw a house, square bottom, rectangular top? it'll be angled too much. And if you want it more pointy, you've got to give it a little more length to get it there. And you can obviously modify this. You can make it a little more natural almond, or like I'm doing here, pull it down more to a point and give you that shape. Super duper fun, super duper durable. And then if your clients end up thinking they don't like it the next time, you can take off the top and go back to Coffin. So kind of fun. Okay, I wanted to show you guys kind of right here where it goes from free edge down to the tip. You got to make sure you don't have any loose or open spots of acrylic there, or you will break. Okay, this last nail is a modified natural nail, meaning I'm not going to bring the tip so pointed. I'm actually going to be kind of an elongated natural nail. This is a modern take on the natural shape, and it has been uber popular. It does allow for elongating of the finger, but it doesn't go so pointy, and people are afraid of the pointy. Like, only a few clients of mine will actually wear the stiletto hardcore, like day-to-day life. I've had them do it for fun here and there, but they won't get it every time, and they want options in between. So this is one of those fun options in between, maybe an event or a specific reason to wear the stilettos all the time. So I kind of just trace along that edge so that I make sure I don't make it too pointy. Very pretty. I'm patting out my acrylic a little more because it does keep moving since it is that slower cure. And I just want to make sure I don't lose that shape. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Try it, let me know.